Hey guys, and welcome to a new comic book review. Where I'm reviewing the new comics that come out the week, 2 weeks. There's a lot of them. This time, we're looking at the next DC slash Hanna-Barbera crossover is Green Lantern and Space Ghost with a bonus comic featuring Ruff and Randy. Now, I'm going to talk about this a little first because I'm not going to go into a review or talk about it as much because there's not much to talk about. It's a comic that I read it. I like the characters look familiar, or I feel familiar, like I know them. Like I feel like I know them, but I just can't really place them unless I go up and look up some stuff about it. But I haven't, so whatever. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't something I felt like, not really much worth talking about. This is the only one out of all the bonus comics that was kind of like a single story, like it ends. Or the other ones kind of like say like, hey, look, more's gonna come out for this, more Jetsons, more Top Cat, more the Snagglepuss Chronicles, more stuff's gonna happen with these other series. But this one felt like it ends with the end. Like, yeah, this is the end. It's a little short story. Here you go. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything too special. I wanted to talk about that, get out of the way first. Boom, batch, kapow. Now we're going to move on to Green Lantern and Space Ghost. But the first thing I want to mention is the artist for this, who I want to look it up right here to be on the page. Who's the artist? Ariel Oblity. I want to name right here. I have to put that if I can't see. I actually saw one of the Space Ghost graphic novels, and it was drawn with the same artist. So the guy who's drawing this has already gone Space Ghost. That makes sense. Don't know if he's gone Green Lantern, but he's already has gone a Space Ghost series. So that's kind of like, oh, okay, cool. I actually want to read that at some point. I saw that at Barnes and Noble, and I want to read it. So that's cool. And I don't know who's the James Tyen the Fourth, who I've known. He's a great writer, and Christopher Sibley. We say Christopher. Sebela. I'm not gonna put the name because we can just say Christopher for that one, so they know his first name. Christopher, James Tyen the Fourth, and Christopher Sutherland are the writers. So there's at least one writer I know it who's really good. Has done some stuff, so great. And what's to start off with? Obviously Green Lantern. I think he is talking to the guy who's like on the kind of like I guess the computer of like the Oa planet, where he's like telling everybody like, hey, you should go do this, kind of like the Oracle of the Green Lanterns, if I do say so. But he tells like Green Lantern like there's a disturbance or something, and you have to go check this thing out. And then we find that is mine, and who would say that? Oh, an Orange Lantern, of course. And I kind of think of it as this is who I think is this. I feel like I know who this is, but then we see some eyes, and somebody shoots at him, and we figure and it's like show yourself, and then we see it's Space Ghost. I'm like, yes, Space Ghost is awesome. And then we see I kind of think who this guy is. I feel like I know his name. I can't. Is this Lawfleece? It might be Lawfleece. If it is, cool. That's kind of who it looks like. I'm not 100% sure. What does Lawfleece look like? Kind of think about it, see for a minute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lawfleece, I think. And then we see he's like Zorak, and then like shoots, and he's like, it's Space Ghost fighting basically Zorak. It's like people. Zorak is one of the guys who've seen Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Space Ghost, if you know who he is. And I don't know if that's this whole group of people called Zorak, or just that's what the one character is called. I don't know what their race is called, if that's what they're called, but it shows him fighting them and stuff, and getting them, and also shows Space Ghost doing some stuff, and then he grabs Space Ghost and he pulls him down to the planet, and he's like, ugh, I need to go and stop them. And he keeps pulling him down, and they kind of fall to the earth. And then it gets, the thing with this is the art's not bad, but this isn't paying off. I'm like, I don't like this shot, like the planet, when he gets into the planet, because some of the stuff on the planet looks, it looks like what's mixing 3D animation and 2D, and I do not like that. It looks weird. Not saying the cases don't look 3D, it's just they look, like the software shows all these robots singing that the little robot things are driving, and then in the background it looks so a little off-putting. Like the art's fine, but the rest of it, I hate that. It's like it's weird. If that's what the art does, I'm not. It's not. I've seen it. I've seen that done a lot worse. I've seen some comics that just look good, but yeah. Besides Green Lantern here crashed, and it was all the guy who's big guns. He's like, yeah, calm down. He takes the gun away, and then they all start fighting. And I was like, oh, I need to make something to scare these guys. What is the scariest thing I can think of in the universe? And he does what some people might guess what this is. What do you think the scariest thing in the universe is? If you think Batman, you're correct. He makes a giant Batman like face thing appear, and it's one of the best things in the book. I'm like, This is probably might be one of the coolest things I've ever seen, or I don't know if it's cool or just awesome. It's just I don't know how to describe it, but it's one of the best things of the book. So yay, so yay! I like how they reference other characters and stuff in these books too. That's cool. And then he's going to find where the other guy crashed, who is Space Ghost. And he comes up behind him, and this is where they get into the little, like, oh, the hero fight the hero. Now, this is a little different because this is a unknown person, obviously. It's not like he knows Space Ghost is a hero, or whatever. But they get into a little fight where things like, okay, cool, then we get into a little fight. I actually like this. See Space Ghost and Green Lantern go at it. Pretty cool. I like this little fight scene. I really enjoyed this. Eventually, they kind of get to where, like, oh, they get to where, like, yeah, we're gonna... They both get either they both get knocked out and they're tied up here, and then like the slow goes like, yeah, like you guys are the bad guys. You saying all this stuff because we have to stay. From what I remember, they are on this planet and they believe that there's no such thing as aliens and all this other stuff. You're lying. You're all this stuff. There's no such thing as space travel. Other aliens, nothing. It was like this is it. This planet one. That's it. There's nothing else. And that's what everybody believes. And this girl kind of like. Everyone knows we're all alone, like, we're it. And that's what they talk about. And then they try to convince them, like, no, we're not. There's all this stuff, and then they try to prove it, and all this stuff. And it seems they don't have the guns or the ring. Well, we get some cool stuff later with that. They don't have the power, but they come back here, and they get crapped by the scientist guy, who I believe is the little girl's father. And we go into the thing. And we see all the stuff they're working on. The bad men are here. We see the bad men are here. But the guys who are on this planet who are bad, they start attacking. And then they find the stuff. Well, just what I wanted. And, like, they have each other's weapons. Like, protect us, protect. And he's like, using. Space Ghost using the Green Lantern ring. This is another thing. We have each other's weapons. I'm like, this is pretty cool. It's cool to show him just using it for like a 2-page thing. I was like, yeah, I kind of like it. Him like you kind of doing like protect us, protect us, protect us. In the book's learning how to do it in Green and what's it called, Greenland uses this, the shoulder things, cuffs or whatever they're called, shoots into with one of the robots, and I was like, yeah, you're starting to get the hang of back to Walt, right? And then they switch back. Everyone knows I really like Space Ghost, and it's cool more than maybe I like Green Lantern, or could say something. I like Green Lantern too, but they eventually switch back their weapons because they're like, yeah, maybe we should switch back. It'll be a lot easier. They do, and they start protecting the thing, and then they basically do what they do on the cover. And it's like one of the scenes here, right here. It says Green Lantern and Space Ghost both put their fists up like next to each other, and it's like basically that's what's on the cover, and they both shoot at the same time, destroy this thing. One of the bad guys stuff. And they find out the one doctor guy is hurt, and he's probably gonna. They take him out to space to show him like, hey, look, this is possible. This is what happens, and he dies in space. Like he dies where Green Lantern's holding him. Like there actually is a space, and he believes in it, and that's it. And they go back, and then the logo and everything gets the teachings, and we see all the stuff like in space and stuff. So they believe everything what happens. And then Green Lantern and Space Ghost go off on their own. And then we see the logo. This is, I think, does it say how many long is this? They talk about all the stuff about them. And it shows her, the logo in the future. It's down in the future and they have ships and they're going to go into space. It's the other helmet and it has the Green Lantern symbol on it and the Space Ghost symbol on it. What's cool, the Space Ghosts have, Space Ghost and Green Lantern both should have their symbol on them. So yeah, that's their symbol and it ends with the beginning. I'm like, this is cool. And also, this one I feel like could lead up to maybe more, because this the beginning, maybe there's more down the line. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is probably another one that's really cool. A lot of people think when it comes to these costumes, like the Flintstone one, like they could have actually happened. It's just a lot of the stuff is like weird. Like the Flintstone one was good. A lot of these things, like you're probably thinking like timeline wise, how do these work? Well, we learned that some of these characters are from their own universes, and Space Ghost is from the Future Quest universe, it seems like. So other characters seem to be part of it. Seems like their own universe, I think. And I think everybody from Apple called their own universe, just maybe they're from different parts. Like maybe different planets, different things, whatever. The one was good. I would say this is another one that's pretty damn good. I think this might be my second favorite, so that's why I'm reading next. It was good. I would recommend this one, checking it out. It's not a great DC, and a bit of crossover. So thank you guys for watching this video. You can share this video and like it to your social favorite medium platforms of choice. You guys can always check out my social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff is in the description down below. You can subscribe to the channel, Epic Games, where I do more video game, comic books, movies, sometimes anime stuff on this channel. You can check out also my main channel, Super Crazy Gamer, where I do parodies, skits, music, and animation on that channel. You guys can always stay epic, and I'll see you next video, guys. Bye.